Hey everyone, welcome to this week's second live. So I want to cover what is the title? Objections. It's too expensive, and I want to tell you or give you some guidance around how to overcome this objection and what it really means. So I was downloading the Go for Yes challenge, and I did cover this in one of the videos. I think it was day 4 maybe, and I covered it a little bit there. But I want to cover it even more now, because when it comes to it's too expensive objection, what your prospect is really telling you is that they don't believe it'll give them the results. So let's go back to this. Hey X, I hope you're well. Is when you are having a prospecting conversation, whether you're presenting what you sell, are you going through exactly what they have asked you to go through? Or are you doing this generic presentation that's for everybody, right? Which may not cover your prospect's needs specifically. Awesome, I'm glad you do. So I know there's a couple of people here that are in health and wellness, so I'm going to kind of keep this to health and wellness because it's a really good example. Because when it comes to health and wellness, when it comes to self-development, you've got to get into your prospect or your customer's world. Okay, so let me tell you, if you're selling tea, shakes, supplements, right, they will not work on their own. Most of them won't, right? And no matter how good they are, if your prospect or customer is eating 5,000 calories and they are burning off 1,000 calories, they are going to put the weight on. So when it comes to you having a conversation with your prospects, are you going into their lifestyle? Are you telling them that, hey, yes, I'll sell you my tea, my shake, my supplements. Are you prepared to change the way you eat? Are you prepared for me to guide you, right? Because when you say things like that, they know you're serious, and they know that if they buy what you're selling, they'll get the results. And I do know, Aksa, you do a lot with your people, right? You've got a membership site going on as well as what you sell, right? They know that she means business. If I want to buy her stuff, I want to lose that weight, and because she's going to really get into my world. So in the first part of your conversation, you've got to listen to your customer or your prospect at this time. What are they saying? What are they complaining about? What's their common excuse? What's their common excuse that they can't, I shouldn't say excuse actually, reason. Why haven't they got the result that they are looking for up until now? So what you're doing is when they are telling you all this, you're writing it down. Okay, because what you're finding is solutions to their reasons up until now. Because what you don't want to do is put in your presentation that does not cover their reasons, or reasons to not have achieved what they want to achieve. Okay, so if they are telling you that they are emotional eaters and they need help around this, then you know that you've got to devise something that would guide them. Okay, maybe it's refer them to somebody or some service that will help them on the emotional side of their health, while your supplements are helping them benefit nutritionally, right? So this is it. You got to listen in, and because people don't want to buy teas and shakes, right? They want to buy results. So are you putting that in front of your prospect, the results? Are you giving them the vision that they want? Are they seeing it? Are you allowing them to see it and feel it and hear it? Right? Because that will make them make the decision to buy. And there's money is no objection. When somebody really wants to buy something, they will make it happen. Okay? So this is where you will see that, hey, do I need to follow up with this person? Because sometimes they might not have the money straight away, right? But they want to buy what you're selling. So at this point, you follow up with them, see where they are with the finances. Are they ready to buy? But they will never tell you that, hey, it's too expensive, because what you've done here is that you're stacking up the value, right? And the cost just seems so little compared to the value that you're going to be giving them. So you'll never hear it's too expensive, right? If you've done it the right way, if you've stacked up the value based on what they want. Does that make sense so far? Tell me yes in the comments. It does. Because I'll tell you, when I was ready to buy something, this is just my own experience, and I'm sure there's a lot of people here that can relate as well, is when I wanted to buy something and I did not have the money when I was single parenting earlier this year of 2018, in case you see this later on, I found the money. I found the money. I did not have it because I was husband was away, and there was almost like I was paid for 2 households at the time. You can say in England currency it was probably half of because obviously Pakistan's less. It's cheaper to live there. To 1.5 household equivalent. So I found the money. I wanted the solution that I was given, and I found it, and I needed it at the time. So I was serious enough to make a change. Okay, so you've got to make sure your prospect is serious enough. You're not having to drag them to the finishing line, which is the sale, right? Especially if you're in health and wellness, because you don't want them to just have products stacked up in the end of the room, right? You want them to use them. And if you've just used some magic words or copywriting and made them buy it and they don't use it, you'll get a bad referral. You're not going to get referrals. You don't get a bad name. So make sure they are ready for the change and they have decided that they want the change. You'll never get that. It's too expensive. That will never come up. I've hardly ever seen it come up for me. And actually, I've never seen it. Yeah, I haven't. It's been a while. I did have a lot of this back in the days when I was selling stuff and I was just selling it and I didn't know how to do all this. But when you really get this and you value pack it, no one will say it's expensive because it'll be valuable for them. So where was I saying? Yeah, so I bought what I needed to buy. I got a loan to buy what I needed to get the results. It was way more than what I had paid for anything when it came to business, investment wise, but I got the money. Okay, so if the need is great enough and if you've given them the vision that this is the result that you want, this is how you're going to get it, right? And make it so it's understandable in their language, okay? They don't need to know this ingredient needs to do this, unless if they ask you, or this type of thing will give you that. I mean, just give them the vision that they need, and then the how you'll make them understand as it comes. I'm saying this now because what I'm doing now is emotional breakthrough. I've titled it in a way that you guys can understand, right? Most people don't know what NLP is. Most people don't know what timeline therapy is. Most people don't know what SMART goals are, right? There's a lot to do. But all this terminology can confuse a prospect. So make it clear and show them and give them the information that's understandable to them, right? That's clear, concrete, understandable to them. Terminology can wait later on. As long as they see the results and how they're going to get it from yourself, from your service. Hope that makes sense. And I will add in the Pro Closer free challenge in this group, in this video when I leave, where you can see that I cover this in the first part, and I do cover the objections in day 4 or 3, I'm not sure which day, but you'll find that out. And I do cover this in a summary, so you guys can really bring that into your sales conversations and get more yeses, or at least have a lot more people to follow up with, and you won't get this objection. Hope you have a lovely day. I'll catch you later.